Hello everyone, welcome to this session, Rock Your Data with Power Query. And just want to have a quick warming up. Please type hi or hello in the chat so that we greet each other one time. Just type hi or hello or other polite way that you prefer. Hello. Okay, good. I see many familiar names. And I want to recognize the first person in the room, not once, not twice, but many times, and I had lost count. And the person is Cassandra. Uh, Thank you, Cassandra, for your continuous coming back for your learning. Yeah, thank you, Cassandra. And everyone, please give her a hand. Thank you, Cassandra. Yes. And yes, I just want to another survey is please type in the chat how many sessions you have attended before today. If you have attended none, type number 0 or type how many sessions you have attended before. Okay, first time, 0, 0, that means you have not attended before. Okay, good. Hey, many new names. Okay, the next thing I want to ask is how competent or confident are you in using Power Query, either in Power BI or in Excel? Anyway, now online they also have Power Query. If you are comfortable or you are confident in using Power Query, type number 1. If you totally no confidence, type number 0, or half, you can keep the decimal between 0 and 1. Okay. Well, a lot of person 0, 0. Okay. So this will be your last session. I will be slowing down. In future session, I will not be slowing down. So I will go fast because I want to give you more learning so that you are able to apply in your work earlier. And with that, I hope you are able to achieve your success earlier. By the year ends, the appraisal comes, then you have a more success story to share with your manager or with your leaders. And that with hope that you are able to get increment. So that's my intention to help you to get your appraisal score higher with the real results. So that's my intention. Hey, okay, now let's go back here. Okay, this is group study number 9. What I put it in the word called group study. We are studying together at the same time. So that means you are going to practice and hands-on at the same time as well. So it will not be beneficial to you if you just watch it by the recording. Even though so, if you have question and something doesn't work on your computer, you may not have a chance to ask question. So by having this kind of group study, it helps you to learn and make mistakes. At the same time, you know how to do the correction. So that's the things I have for you. And this group study number 9, and very first session is called Jumpstart. So in total, this is the 10th session. And until end of the year, I will have a more session for you. Stay tuned in the group as well as in the NTW website. So now let's go through the agenda. The agenda is the first, we are going through the welcome and introduction, what we have just gone through. Later, I have a quick brief intro about me. And then we will go through the ROC framework. And today we are going to cover about C a little more. And then we know why we want to learn about Power Query and why we want to use all these methods or techniques. So it's about RSM. By using RSM, your work is going to be easier and faster. Then we're going to apply C in the actual practice. And at the end, we have a closing. So today, I see the topic is a residual from previous session. So it's a very small topic because some of us need to have some quick jump start to use Power Query. Therefore, the session it was slower. Today, it's a residual topic from previous session. So I will add on another residual from previous session. So today there's one small bonus. So let's go through the prerequisite. Prerequisites, I need you to run at least Excel 2019 and above on Windows. If I'm running on Mac, running on Excel online, the interface of how the things click may not be exactly the same. So I will not able to assist you if you have any question. Any non-Excel will not able to use this one because this one is only in Excel. The next thing is that would be good. You know how to use Power Query. This session is optional. In future, I will not go through this method anymore. I will just go a little bit faster from next session onwards, just to let you know. And yeah, we will send an email reminder for those people that are registered later. And very important to be focused, and focused. If your intention just clock in and just occupy a space and just pretend you are here with the intention you want to gain the NTW cert. Just for information, if your intention is for that, you could take your leave now. You can leave the room. Make the space available for other people. They are really keen to learn. Because in NTW, we are not going through the rigorous checking for the attendance. We just mark everyone's attended. So to just make our job easier. And for for some people, they just want to collect cert, not collect knowledge. That is, we make their wish come true. So these are 3 prerequisites. Yeah. If you're okay to adhere with these 3 prerequisites, please type number 3 in the chat. Because I really want to make sure you are able to learn and apply. That is my intention. Thank you for participation. And you will notice my session is a bit different than others. I want to give you real learning. And sometimes I will ask people to leave. That's me. Because for those people, they are staying here, they really want to learn, and I want to really see them grow. So which is for those of you who are staying here. So now I want to have a quick intro about me. And yeah, this is me. My name is Tai. The full name is Tai Chuta. And there was a music composer gave my name called Excel Sifu because of some other reasons. If you don't want to know the reasons, check out the previous videos. My first job, I was programmer. That means I am comfortable with automation, with programming. So that means I'm able to give you some guidance on how to automating your tasks in Excel only. Don't need to buy extra license or extra tools. And I move on to SAP ERP. I could relate to your works that especially you need to download reports from multiple systems and you need to change out the reports in Excel. So there are ways to make it easier and faster. One of the ways is using Power Query. And I move on to the next career. I was involved in project management. That's the time I realized the importance of report. There are ways to make the reporting easier for you to prepare and also easier for your leaders or your managers to read. So there are ways. And I got retrenched in the year 2013. That's the time I became a trainer until today. Then my first book is about Rock Your Data. So this is the things you are going to learn today. It's part of this Rock Your Data. And the next book is Excel for HR. That's my dream, is to make the data relevant and practical. And HR is the person I mostly communicate with. So I want to make them as a hero. So this is book, Excel for HR. I co-author with another person. His name is called Darren Lowe. If you go online, search for him. He has over 30,000 followers, if I remember correctly, in LinkedIn. Then I move on to data-driven sales leadership. This one I co-author with another person from Singapore. This person is giving training and coaching to B2B sales. So this is a very interesting book, a lot of stories. And I move on that this year is Find Your Insight. So this Rock Your Data, Find Your Insight is part of a series. It's a series of 5 books. The first book is How to Organize the Data, just enough. Don't need to be so technical. And the second book is Just Enough Data Analysis. Third book is Still Work in Progress, Just Enough Data Visualization. The fourth book is Just Enough Data Storytelling or Data Presentation. And the final book is Just Enough Decisions Making. So you can see the whole thing combined is into the series like data-driven decision making. So these are things I have in place. I'm also working towards that direction. Okay, now today we are going to experience the first part is Rock Your Data. About the price, the book, you can reach out to Wendy. She is the admin in the group as well. So now, ding, 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 ding. Okay. If you are ready to start, please type ready in the chat. Ding, ding. Yay, ready. Very good. So let's have a quick recap. And quick recap for those people you have attended this session. And for those of you who have not, is a quick learning. So we are going through the rock framework. So I want to invite you to have this mentality or behavior during the learning. Whenever we are learning something new, it's unavoidable we will make mistakes. So I encourage you to make all possible mistakes in here so that you will not repeat the same mistakes outside because you have made them, you know how to do the correction. So if you're okay, allows you to make mistakes, please type mistakes in the chat. If you're okay and allows you to make mistakes here in this section, yeah, please type mistake. Last time, I do not allow me to make mistakes because I have higher expectation of myself. So I realized it's not easy to learn new things. Okay, so now you are allowing for you to make mistakes. Let's make the first mistake together, yeah? Guess what is this? For those of you, you know the answer, guess wrongly. For those of you who had no idea about this one, guess what is this? Type in the chat. No right, no wrong, make mistakes. A black cloud. Okay, what else? A black color. Okay, what else? Black hole. Scary. Okay, good. And this is what we can see from the picture, and it has limited information on the picture. If I check on the surface, you can see the surface is rather rough. It's not smooth. Yep. So this is the things we have. A torn paper, a black thing, black paint. Yes. Yeah. A lot of crazy or unique answers. I will not say crazy, unique answers. So if I want to know more about this object, I will need to switch on the light so I could see the surface. Yes, this is the object retrieved during Apollo 15 mission from the moon. There are a lot of conspiracy theory about the moon landing, so I have no evidence to prove or disprove that. So presume this is an object from the moon. So you can see the surface, it has a big small holes, and the surface is not even, and yeah, the color is just like normal rock. Right. So this is what we can see. If I want to know more about this object, I will need to take a sample of this rock and place it under the microscope and take this colorful photo. Yes, this is from the rock. So that means same object, we could have 3 different levels of observation. The first level is a quick silhouette level. We can see the outer layer, the outline. The quick one may not be accurate. Second level is the surface. We know it has big small holes, the surface are not even, and we are able to spot the color. And finally, we could check on the microscopic level and the very, very detailed level. So now let's bring this one to how we are able to organize our data using rock framework. R stands for rectangle. It's just like silhouette checking. We want to check on our file or spreadsheet just to make sure it has no blank rows, no blank columns. It grows vertically and no merging. O means only one. We're checking on the surface of our spreadsheet. It's a bit more details compared to previous level. We want to make sure our data is one cell, one data, one record, one row, and also one header. C is a microscopic level of checking because we want to be careful as our data may have traps like extra spaces, decimal, date, week, or without the time. K is to make the whole thing reusable. This is the key ingredient to make your reports easier to reuse again and again. That means keep raw data raw. We want to make sure we do not do these 3 main things. We do not want to change the data directly. We do not want to add new column in between our data. And we do not want to use any color coding. For this session, we are going to focus on the C. Careful. Visually check on the screen. Do you see any differences between these 2 phrases? Excel Sifu. Yeah, let me know in the chat. Do you see any difference between them? Wow, you can see space. Which one? Welcome back. Just drama. Yeah. Usually we see the same. For those of you, you have attended previous session, you know it has some things. Yes, usually it's the end the same. Yeah, you can see it's a redundant duplicate data. It's the same. They are identical. Yeah, usually there's a space at the end. Yes, you are right. There's a space at the end. Even though there's a space at the end for our human eyes, we can't see any difference between them, and our computer will see them differently. Just to be careful about this one. Previous session, yeah, I cover about this one, the extra space. How computer sees it is very different how we understand it. Okay. The next one is decimal. Because of the formatting, the decimal doesn't show on the screen. You want to be aware as well, because decimal will influence how the data behaves. And the next one is also because of the formatting, the date time doesn't show on the screen. It doesn't mean they don't exist. The time may exist at the end. So for the date time, it's a very interesting creature by itself. It has own attribute, its own behavior, because the date time, it could be having a format like day, month, year, Monday, year, Monday. How many of you have encountered this kind of different date format? If you do, please type me if you have encountered before. Oh, not easy, right? Yes, it's really, really not easy. So sometimes people doing this kind of work, they have no idea how to handle it. Very, very annoying. Yes, so we are going to learn how to handle this, the date today. Yeah, today we're going to learn about this one. Okay, so let's recap about the rock. Yes, R, rectangle. O means only one. C means careful. K means keep raw data raw. Today we're going to focusing on the C. Okay. For after I share this book for this framework for a while, I realized there are a lot of common mistakes is always repeating. So I start collecting all the mistakes I observe. I also for my own personal mistakes as well. I compiled to a book called Raw Data. It shows the root causes of many struggles a person might encounter in Excel or spreadsheet, and it uses generalized principles. It doesn't show us how, how to handle the particular data. It just shows us the end result. By knowing the end result, there are many ways we are able to use in Excel. For example, we could use formula, a VBA or macro, Power Query, where we are going to learn later, Python, and some other methods. There are a lot of ways we are able to use it. And because therefore, there's one specialized course called Rock or Data with Power Query, where you are going to learn today is one small part of this 2 days learning. So this book is available in MPH Popular and Kinokuniya. And thank you for your support. Okay, so now this is the things we have about this one. Now we go to the next part is, just now we know about rock framework. It set the tone for the overall why we are doing all these things. And the next one is, there are so many tools here why we are learning Power Query today because of RSM. And not only in Power Query, in some other method you are going to use in the future to analyze data. This is something you want to be aware. R means reusability. After you have done certain things, you are able to reuse the similar steps, similar job again in the future reports. So that's called reusability. Second is scalability. Whenever the data grows, maybe extra lines, usually it's okay. Extra column, a bit struggle, extra files. That'd be tricky. So you want to make sure the method used is able to scale to accommodate more data in the future. Sometimes people struggle in here. Today, we are going to experience in the bonus session. Stay tuned, yeah? And finally is maintainability. When the data sources changes to a different location, a small adjustment we need to do, we just do a minor tweaking rather than rebuild the whole thing. So that's called maintainability. Later on, you're going to experience all these three. And when I remember, I will show you, I will mention where are those things. So at least you're able to appreciate why we are learning all these things. So this is about RSM. Now we are going to apply C in the rock framework. Let's go to your file. Ding, ding, ding. Okay, this is the file. You will see it has two, one folder and one file. So this is inaccurate date time. Inaccurate date time. Open the file, open inaccurate date time. You will see something like this on your screen. If you have opened the file, please type number 1 in the chat. Yeah, I'm going to ask you to type few numbers just to make sure you're able to follow. Very good, very good. Now we are going to convert this whole thing and to do see what are the things we could do with the date and the time. Just double click on one of the date, double click. You can see it has a date together with the time. So sometimes the data we receive from system, it appears in this way. So this is a date and the time, and we want to see how we're able to transform or to do certain things on the date and time. And you can also only taking the part of the date or only the time. Perhaps you want to, based on the date, you want to show at the last day of the month, or you want to extract only the month or only extract the year. So there are a lot of things we could do here. So let's do this together. And I'm going to show you how to use Power Query Editor a little bit, just as a quick jump start. And in the future, I will not cover this session. This way, I will go a little bit faster and cover some essential and sometimes it's a bit technical techniques so that you're able to really apply and learn in your work. So first, I want to turn this whole thing into an Excel table. Let's click one of the cell inside just to make sure. You don't need to select all, not necessary. Just click one of the cell, then go to Insert. The third button from the left. When you use your mouse to point on it, and you will see the shortcut key inside the bracket, which is Control T. Later on, you could use this keyboard shortcut, Control T. Insert table. And you will see the whole thing is highlighted. And click OK. Alternatively, you could press Enter. Because the OK button has a stronger outline on the button, so this is called default button. Any default button, you could just press Enter. Almost any programs or applications, it behaves the similar thing. Okay. So now let's click OK. And you can see the whole thing is changed. Please type number 2 if you are able to get this thing done. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Anissa, for sharing the file in the group. Okay, if you want to untable is go to table design, convert to range. It's over here. Convert to range. Usually, it's quite rare people do this. It's quite rare, unless it's a mistake. After we have created or inserted an Excel table, immediately change the name. Go to the top left corner. If you click outside of the table, you will not able to see that. Yeah, make sure you will still maintain inside. In table design, go to left side, is something called table 1. This is a good habit to practice. Whenever you insert an Excel table, immediately change the name. Even though the name is not perfect, change the name. If not, most likely you will forget. Okay, so I recommend start the table name with the word table. In the future session, I will share you why. So now we just follow table, a table extract date time. No space in between them. You can use uppercase, lowercase. Yeah. Table extract date time. If you have done this one, please type number 3 in the chat. Okay, how to merge 2 tables into one? Copy paste. I'm not sure how the table looks like. If the table is the same, copy paste. If the tables are different, future session, I will show you how, especially you have 2 files and you want to bring the data together. So that's future sessions. Okay, good. So I have done this part. This is only required done once. After that, you don't need to do anything. In future, if you have any data added at the bottom, you just need to refresh and able to pick up the new data automatically. So therefore, it's only one-time job. Insert table, rename immediately. Okay. Okay. Can. Maybe later on, you can ask the questionnaire Melody. So now, just to make sure you are inside the table, click one of the cell, make sure you're inside. If outside, the things will behave differently. Go to data. Go to data and go to left side. It has button called from table range. Yes, on the left side, from table range. The icon may appear slightly differently, depends on your screen size. Mine is on the left side, the second from the left. From table range. When you click, it will bring you to a place called Power Query Editor. Yeah, if you are able to see this Power Query Editor, please type number 4 in the chat. Very good, very good. How many of you are seeing the Power Query Editor for the very first time in your life? If that's you, type me in the chat. If this is the first time you see Power Query Editor, me. Yes, yes. I want to be the person to welcome to the world of Power Query. Yay! Yes. So let me walk you through how to use this Power Query Editor a little bit. On the top, you will see something called Home. Home, these are the common things a person might be doing in clean up the data, example, to do some sorting, grouping, split the column, remove certain column, rows, and so on. The next one is go to a transform. Transform, it provides you more stuff in the Power Query you could do. For example, pivot columns, fill the data downwards. Later we are going to use it. Transpose, turn the data to vertical, horizontal to vertical. Yes, this is called transpose and some other things here. Add column allows us to add our own formula, our own conditional column. Sometimes you have no idea what formula to use. You can choose column from examples. Yeah. Later, we are going to use the conditional column and index column in the bonus session. Then we go to view. We go to view. In the view, the left side, you will see there are 2 buttons. Sometimes could be 2 chat box. Sometimes could be 1 button, 1 chat box. Your screen design might be slightly different. Yeah. I want to invite you to click repeatedly on the query setting. It could be a checkbox or could be a button like me. Click that one repeatedly and you will see something appears and disappears on your screen. So that means next time if you were to close your query setting, the place to bring it back is go to query setting here. Click and it appears again. There's one formula bar checkbox on near the query setting. Click that one repeatedly. You will see something appears and disappears. I want to invite you to make sure the formula bar is always turned on. It will help you in your future work. So that's on the top part of it. The bottom part or the inner part, it has 3 parts. The one on the left side, it shows what are the data you have imported. It will be shown here. You could make it larger, make it smaller. Sometimes it's a bit obstructing. You could collapse or minimize it. You could expand it. And based on the queries you have selected, it will show what the steps relevance inside that. For the query setting, you could make the thing larger, smaller. You could change the name over here. If certain adjustment on the step, you can adjust over here as well. If you find this one is obstructing, you want to temporarily close it, you close it here. To bring it back, go back to view, query setting. So that's place to bring back. And based on the step you have selected, it will show how the data looks like in the middle, in the preview. So this is a quick walkthrough, the overall about Power Query Editor. If you are able to catch up 1 or 2 things, yeah, please type number 5. Because I know I am a bit fast. Some of the button, we will use it later. So let's do practice a little bit inside Power Query. Yeah, just practice the Power Query. I want to make the theme, the name to uppercase. A lot of Power Query Editor, a lot of things we could do inside Power Query, we could just right click on the header. Header means the one on the top here. A lot of things we can just right click at the headers. Yeah, just right click on the headers. Go to the themes, right click at the header, transform, and you will see it has many options here. Where I could choose transform uppercase and the whole thing's turn to uppercase. At the same time, you will notice it has added a step on the side. If I'm able to get this one, please type number 6. Yeah, for those of you who lost it, you follow whichever you could. Otherwise, you could just ask in the chat, and some of our friendly classmates, they are able to answer you. Or otherwise, you can just watch a recording. Yeah, okay. So you can see the step is added. Very good. Whenever we are doing something like this one, we might make mistakes. Yeah, we might make mistakes. On the date time, I want to remove date time, and I purposely make mistakes. Go over here, right click. Supposedly, I need to choose remove. Now, all of us make the mistakes together. Remove other columns. Remove other columns. There's a mistakes, and everything's got removed except this own column. If you're able to make these mistakes, please type number 7. Very good. In Excel, when we make mistakes, what do we do in Excel? Cry, scream, undo, Control Z. Yes. Over here, can you undo? If you press Control Z, nothing happens. If you find undo, Control Z, does it work? No, it doesn't work. Yes, it doesn't work. If I find there's the no button called undo on the top left corner. Yes, thank you, Adila. Okay, you can close or can remove the previous steps. Yeah, very good. You can see the steps here. If you make any mistakes that you do not want, to undo is literally removing that particular step. Let's use your mouse, go to apply steps on the right side, and use your mouse to point on the remove other columns. That's X. Yeah, remove it. So this is how we could undo. Yes, thank you. Thank you for teaching me. If you're able to get this result, please type number 8. Very good. Okay, good. So now we have done this part. And if in Excel we make too much mistakes, too much undo, we could have a place called redo. Redo in Excel is controlled by. Could we redo the step just now? We undo the remover, the step. Is that possible? No, cannot. If you make a mistakes and of removing a step, literally you need to redo again. So no way to redo. Okay, so this is the small behavior between Excel and Power Query. Yeah, no turning back. Yeah, remove the cry, no? Cry and do it again. No? Okay, so now I want to invite you go to the right side, remove the remove the uppercase text. Remove this one, only leaving 2 steps behind. If you're able to go back to 2 steps like this one, please type number 2 in the chat. Yes, you can remove on the apply steps. Yes, you're right. Very good, very good. Over here, I want to do some transformation on this data. And in Power Query terms, you will hear people call data transformation. In the normal terms, you might use in your workplace, it could be a different names, but they are referring to something similar. It could be like data cleaning, data massaging, data, data what else? Data, there's a lot of data processing. There's a lot of wording people might be using. In Power Query terms, it's called data transformation. Okay, so this is just to familiarize yourself with the term. For here, I want to make the date into different formats. So let's see the file here. I want to show the date only, the time only, the last day of the month and the year. So I need to have additional 5 columns to show them differently. In Excel, in Power Query, there are many ways to achieve similar result. What I'm going to show you is a very simple method. It may not be highly optimized. At least it gets the job done at the first level. So now we just go through this very first level, yeah? So I want to duplicate or clone this activity date time. Or use your mouse, right-click on the activity date time and choose duplicate column. Duplicate column. Do it multiple rounds and you will see, do it 5 times. At least you can see there are 5 additional columns. Okay, if you're able to get all the 5 columns ready, please type 5 in the chat. Just duplicate. Let's wait for a while. Yeah, just right click, duplicate 5 times. Okay, very good. The next one is I want to change the name to suit all these things. Date only, time only, last day of the month, year. So to change the name, we just go to the header. Yeah, we go to the header and double click. The first 2 columns is the original column. I keep it there for comparison. The next one is I want to show date only. Go over here on the header, double click on the header and type date only. You could have space. You can use uppercase, lowercase. After you have done, press enter. And do the same thing for the remaining. So I just continue. Date only, time only, last date of the month and year. Yeah. If you're able to change the name like this one, please type number 3 in the chat. Okay, good. So after you have done, the next thing is I want to do some data transformation. In the data transformation in Power Query, go back to the header, right click on the header. So they'll go to the date only. I want to show only the date. Right click on the header, transform. You will see there's a date only, year, quarter, month, there are many options here. So I want to show date only. When I click this one, the time will disappear. For time only, right click on the header, transform time only. When I scroll towards the right side, right click, last day of a month, transform inside the month, last means end of month. End of month, click, it will show last day of the month. And you'll notice it shows date and the time at the same time. If you do not need the time, you could change the date type, data type here. You can click, show the date, or you can do another round of transformation just to show date only. Either you change over here. Okay. Yep. Last day of the month. Oh, because let's see. Okay. Calculate end of month. It shouldn't be. Let me remove here. Let's see. Have I changed wrongly? End of month. Yeah. End of month. It shouldn't be first. Interesting. It becomes the first. It should be 30th of April. Yeah, huh? Okay, later I find out what's wrong. Let me see. Is it because of the date time? End of month. Ah, I know why. Because it has the time. Because it has the time. Okay, bye. I make a mistake here. I just realized he has a date and time. Thank you for pointing out. Yes, because of the time. Undo the previous two steps here. Go to the last day of the month. Change this one to show only the date. My mistakes, yeah. Thank you for pointing out. See, I also make mistakes one. Yay, mistakes. But make it as a date. Only then right click, transform, month, end of month. Now it should be correct. So for the April, the end of month is 30th of April. Yep, thank you for pointing that out. Let's see who pointed that out. Thank you, Melody, for pointing that out. Vasily also pointing that out as well. Good. The next one is I want to make it as the month. There are two ways. Just keep it simple. Just right click on the header, transform month. You're only showing the month. It will show the month in number. Year, same thing. Right click, transform year, and only showing the year. Okay. So if I'm able to get all the columns updated in as per the screen, please type number 3 in the chat. Yeah, these extra things, yeah. I just realized I make mistakes here. Need to change to date. Then last day, end of month. Then end of month. How can you set last working day of the month as to public holiday? Very good. You can, because this one involves some other things. Possible, you could ask Power Query or use AI with the calendar with the public holiday. You can find out the last working day of the month. You can use AI. Maybe this one could be in the future. Let me know. Message me in the WhatsApp, manually, so that I can prepare this one for the future session. Because in the future session, I want to cover much more relevant topics, and sometimes it'll be a bit tricky, like your question. Yes. So next time I will not cover this basic stuff. I will go a bit faster. Now we have done all these things. Yes. So for those of you who have attended previous sessions, please teach me how could I bring this data back to Excel. Yeah, teach me how to bring this data back to Excel. Yeah. Go to home. Yes, go to home. In the home, then leftmost button, it has two parts. If you use your mouse to point, there's upper half and lower half. We click on the upper half, it close and load and bring the whole thing back to Excel in the brand new tab. If you curious about what is lower half has more option called close and load too. Future session, I will cover this one. So now we keep it simple. Go to close and load. Close and load upper half. Bring the whole thing back to Excel. You will see a brand new worksheet with the data just now. If you're able to see this one, please type yay in the chat. Yay, I also type yay. Very good. So this one we have done for the very first one. And any question up to just now? Any question? Any question calling once? Any question calling twice? Any question and close? Now it's my turn to ask question. If I adding a new data, yes, thank you for asking me the question. I'm about to ask this question. If I add a new data, go to extract date time in the blue color table. E, F, G, okay. Alpha, Bravo, okay. Let's type the last one. Next one, India, J, Juliet. K is kilo. Okay, kilo don't have, so I type kilo. Kilo. And I want to key in to this date and the time now. To this date and the time now. I just added a new record. The question is, will I see that in the Power Query result? Yes or no? I just added a new record here. Will I see that? Make a wow guess. Yes or no? No, sure, yes. Excel automatically update, right? I think yes. No, yes, no. Okay, just to see. Okay, just go back. Yes, you're right. You're right. I mean, yes, you're right. You say need to refresh. If I go back to the Power Query result, nothing here. Yes, we need to refresh. Thank you, Wendy. Yes, need to refresh as well. Yes, the refresh, there are two ways to refresh. Yeah? If you want to refresh a specific one, you just go back to a table here, right click and refresh. If you are lazy, you want to refresh everything in this file, you could go to data and refresh all. So it depends on you. If let's say your file is very heavy, it involves a lot of Power Query, that you do not need to refresh them all at once. When you click refresh all, it will make your file slower lah. So now I want to go for a targeted Power Query to refresh. I will just right click inside here and choose refresh. Okay, click refresh and you will see the whole thing is updated. Okay, how to add time? I'm just typing myself manually. Date and time. You need to have a space, yeah? Okay, now I just presume I key in 31st August 2026. Need to have a space. Space, maybe I want to key in 12 hours, colon, 34 minutes, colon, 56 seconds. Enter. Yeah, you need to have a space between date and time. After that, I go back here, right click, refresh, and you can see the data is updated. Yeah, any other question? Yeah, if you lost in step 2, it's okay. Later on, you can watch the recording. In future, you'll be getting faster. Yeah, you can use equal now. Can shortcut key to refresh. Yeah, you have your shortcut key to refresh here. If you're inside here, you want to refresh, the shortcut key is alternate F5. If you're using laptop, certain laptop, you need to add on function, certain laptop. So function, I put the inside square bracket. Yeah, alternate F5 is refresh on this current screen. Any other questions? Okay, let me give you one more for quick start. If you want to do any adjustment just now, you go to the data. Not everyone do this together. Especially for those of you new in Power Query, go to data. There's something called queries and connections. Queries and connection. Click on the queries and connections. You will see something appears on the right side. To go back to Power Query, just double click on it. Double click and it brings you back to Power Query and data. Some people say can't follow after that. Okay, later on I will recap on this one as well. Some of you doing some practices. After you have made some changes here, close and load to bring it back. If there are no changes, you don't need to close and load. You could just close it without saving. Yeah, so this is how to come back to Excel. Let's recap, yeah. Data, queries and connection. Once you click turn on, you will see something appears on the right side. Double click to bring it back to Power Query. Do the any adjustment you need, then you can close and load to bring it back to Excel. Okay, so this is how you can go back. And for those of you, you want me to repeat on that particular step, let me know. And for the rest, I want to invite you to practice on your own in project number 1. Okay, how many of you want me to repeat certain steps just now? If you do, please type me. If you do not, if you are able to follow, just type number 1. If you're able to follow, type number 1. If you need me to repeat certain steps just now, type me. Okay, good. Good. Okay. For those of you, you have typed number 1, I invite you to practice on project number 1. Follow the step just now. Okay. And meanwhile, for the rest of you, you want me to repeat? Let's see, how many people type me? Only one person, City. Since it's one person, maybe City, later on, I will show you how to do project one. Can I? Okay, because only one person responded. Okay, so now you have about 3 minutes for you to practice this one. Once you are done, type done in the chat. So the 3 minutes starts from now. One more minute. Thirty seconds. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, very good, very good. I like these two questions. Okay, can I change the data source from IME? The answer is yes. And I responded, brilliant question. You will see it's similar things like just now. The only difference is the source. So later on, I will demonstrate this one. And for Melody, is about, can we change the month to appears like April rather than just number 4? The answer is yes. The answer is yes, yeah. I can't recall the solution. Later on, I will show you my thinking process of finding this one, and I will do a live demonstration how I find out the answer. So if you know the thinking process, you are able to come out your own solution, and eventually better than me lah. So okay, good. So now let me do a normal way. Later, I will show you a faster way. Over here, I want to turn this into an Excel table. So I just press, I'm not using mouse here. I'm inside project number 1. Make sure I'm inside the table. Don't need to select all. Just click one of the cells, then go to insert table. You will see the whole thing is highlighted. it will stop whenever it hits blank. If somehow your data is selected halfway, that means there are blanks in between them. So this is a quick and easy way for you to find out the potential blanks or hiccups in your data. So, okay, and then I click OK. The whole thing is done. Okay, for those of you who want to follow, you can follow. Okay, I will not ask you to respond. I will just continue. Then after I created an Excel table, I changed the name. So the name is called Table Project 1. Then press Enter. Table Project 1. No space in between them. Uppercase, lowercase to make it easier to read. And to load this table into Power Query, we go to Data. Go to left side, there's something called From Table Range. Click From Table Range. This is how it brings to Power Query and Data. So I want to repeat something similar. Date only. Very good, Melody. You found the answer. I'm very happy for you. Okay. Date only, time only, last date of a month, and year. So I need to clone this 5 times. Right click, duplicate, right click, duplicate. And by the way, this is not the efficient way. So this is an easier way for you to get the answer you're looking for. Okay, after duplicate, then change the name. Changing the name is double click on the header. So date only, time only, last date of a month. So this is the month. And the last one is year. So after that, I'm changing the transformation. Date only, right click, transform, date only, right click, transform, time only. Last day of the month, I need to change this one to date before I change it to last day of the month, means end of month. Okay, done. Then go to the next one is the month. Right click, transform, month. Year is right click, transform, year. Yeah, just now I'm very happy for Melody. Mary wanted to, instead of showing April, instead of showing number 4, she wanted to show in the name called April. So what she found out is go to the transform for the month. Okay, first I need to remove the extract month. I need to remove this one. So go to the month here, right click, transform, month. There's a name of month. And you will see, you will notice a lot of things inside Power Query. You could just right click on the header. There's a lot of options inside. Name of month and ta-da. So one way. So this is done. To bring the result back to Excel is go to close and load. And it will load the whole thing in the brand new table. And ta-da. Okay, so this is the quick run through a combination with the question from Melody and also from project number 1. So let me answer the question from Amy about, can we just change the data source? Because the project number 1 is almost identical with the previous step here. Yeah, almost identical. The only difference is the source, they are different. So to do so, I will go back to Power Query. And I do not want to do any changes on the original one. So I want to make a clone of these queries, table, extract, date, time. So I will just right click over here. There's something called duplicate. Duplicate means just like in Excel, copy paste. Duplicate. And I want to change the name called table project 1. So this is the clone. So I know this one, it uses a clone from this method. The only difference between the table project and the table extract date time is their source. So go to the source here, the steps, the source. I click on the source, there's something called formula bars. You will notice the table name appears here. So what you need to do is change the table name. Double click here. I change to table project 1. Project 1, enter. And you notice it changes to table project 1. Then you go to the last step, double check, everything works. So in short, let me type it on the screen. At least some of you want to know. I duplicate from here. First step, I duplicate. Then secondly, I change the source. And there's something here. I change the source. Also, I also change the name as well here. Change the name. Change the name. Otherwise, the name will not be so meaningful. So in short, this is how you can duplicate. And again, you will notice the RSM somehow applies here. I reuse not only the step, I reuse the power query, reuse the whole thing, minimal adjustment on the source. And whenever the data changes, it's automatically adjust the whole thing. Yeah. Reusability, scalability, and maintainability. So these are the 3 things. Yes, Ramesh, you rewrite some. Okay, let me temporarily see whether I could turn off the annotation. Hey, clear. Oh, okay. Hey. Okay, my end of month output did not show end of month, instead show the day after. Okay, yep. For Suryani, that's because of the end of month, it has the time. What you need to do is before turning to the end of month, you want to make it as time only. Like over here, you see there's a date and the time. You turn this one into date only. Only then you make it as end of month. It's not elegant way of working. It's easier way to get it done. Because it's not 12 a.m., so it will overflow to another day. Okay? Yeah, hope this one gives you some ideas. It's not elegant, but it works lah. After that, I go back to my project 1, the clone one. I close and load. Yeah, it shows the data up to echo without the data from date time, the kilo. So it works. Good. So let's see the time. Okay, I need to go faster. Yeah, this one I want to cover because I want to conclude the residual one. Can the source be folded instead of worksheet name? Yes, the answer yes, Madeline. I will not scold you. That is future sessions. I have a lot of things to share because a lot of time I need to spend about half an hour just to go through the basic again. So the time could be learned something else. Okay, next session, I will not cover the basic. Now we go to locale. After project number 1, we go to locale. Tab number 1, if you're on this tab. Tab number 1, if you're on this worksheet. Yeah, the future session, just to let you know, in future session, if you are using VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP to bring 2 data together, you could achieve the same thing in Power Query. If you are doing manual copy paste the data, multiple files together, you can achieve the same thing in Power Query. Sometimes you have multiple files in a single folder. You can grab the whole thing for you in Power Query. A lot of things I want to share. Yes, good here. So now you can see they are exactly the same date day, month, year, Monday, year, Monday. And they are separated by using dot. Date is very interesting creature. It has its own behavior, attribute, and maybe different mode. Sometimes the data you encounter, they don't have the dot, they use dash. Sometimes they don't use anything at all. Sometimes it's just continuous bunch of numbers. So there's a lot of weird thing here. So in the locale, we have a different dates, and we want to use different country setting to do the formatting again. So before we continue, I just want to know, check your computer date, Is your computer date showing day, month, year, or month, day, year? Type in the chat. My computer currently is day, month, year. Day, month, year, day, month, year. Okay. Yeah, Monday year. Okay, good. If your computer date is day, month, year, Monday year, later on you will notice the things what you see on your screen and my screen may be different. If you're using day, month, year, most likely we are going to see the same thing on the same screen on the Power Query. If not, we are slightly different. Later on, I will show you how to handle all this date. So this a date, we are going to create a date table and make it as a table date locale. Focus. Now a bit faster. Insert table. Insert table or keyboard shortcut Control T. You will see the whole thing highlighted. Click OK. Immediately change the name to table date locale. Change the name to table date locale. If I'm able to insert a table and change the name, please type number 2. Type number 2 if I'm able to get insert table and change the name. Okay, good. The next thing is I'm going to bring this data to Power Query Editor. I go to data, go to left side from table range, and you will see data brings into Power Query Editor. If you are back to Power Query Editor, please type number 3. Very good, very good. If your computer is using day, month, year, you will notice the second column change to the correct date. If your computer is month, day, year, you will notice the third column is changed to correct date. So this is a usual behavior. In this part of the world, it's rarely people use year, month, day. Very, very rare. Okay, but it might happen. So if for those of you, let's just do the last one together, because most of us, the last one is still okay. Most of us, either one of them, they are not correct. So presume your your third column is not correct. Let's see. Let me recall. Okay, we do this together. I presume all the dates we cannot recognize correctly. Go to the right side. There's something called change type. Remove the change type. We do it manually. We do the manual date time correction here. Remove it. If I'm able to remove the change type, you're only seeing a single source on the right side. Please type number 3. Yeah, number 3 again. Same thing, just repeating something similar. Good. We are going to use something called locale. Let me give you some context here. Locale, it means I want to use another country setting to interpret the date. Because different country settings have their own sequence. So for the day, month, year, which country in the world they are using day, month, year format? Please type in the chat. Which country in the world they use day, month, year? Yes, Malaysia. Malaysia, Singapore, a lot of Asian countries, they use day, month, year. So we go here, we go to the day, month, year. You will notice as ABC123 on the header, the left side of the name. Click on it. Then you choose the last option. It says using locale. Click on the last one, using locale. Inside using locale, it will ask you for two things. What is the data type and what is the locale? Data type, we change it to date. Locale, use English Malaysia or pick another country that uses day, month, year. And you'll notice the sample shows underneath here. If you're able to see this one, please type number 4. Okay, very good. To bring it back, we just click OK. And you will see the date change to correct format. If you're able to get this result, please type number 5, just to make sure you're on the same page. If let's say sometimes people encounter, hey, how come the thing doesn't work? Yeah. The common mistake I observe over here is you can double click back to here, back to the step just now, is they have forgotten to change type. They maintain it as a text. So it doesn't understand. Just to make sure you make it as data. Any adjustment, you could just double click on the step. So let's go to the next one. Which country on the world they use month, day, year? Please type in the chat. America, USA. Very good. And some other continents under USA, they use month, day, year. We go to the ABC 1, 2, 3. Click on it and go to the last options using locale. Using locale, and you ask us for two things, data type and locale. Change the data type to date and change the locale to English US. Yeah, I need to scroll. You can type it. You need to scroll one by one. English US. You will see the date, English, and the sample is Monday year. After that, click OK. And if you are able to get the result without error, please type number 6. Yep, that's right. Lastly, which country in the world they use year Monday? China, Taiwan, Korea. Yes, they are using why there's a 20/10? What do you mean 20/10? Oh, yes. Okay, Chuchua. How is interpret the data is based on the locale? Yeah, this is a good question. Okay. How it interpret means how it understand the data. It follows the locale you have set. And how it display the data, it follows your computer. If your computer is month, day, year, it will follow month, day, year. If your computer is day, month, year, it will follow day, month, year. Got it? Okay, good. I always got asked the question, why? How come cannot? Yeah, computer this setting lah. No, it doesn't. Yeah, because how it display follows your computer when you're setting. Good. Thank you for asking. Whenever you ask question, you also helps others in the room, they learn as well. So we go to here, last one. Here Monday. Click on ABC 1, 2, 3. Click on this one. And we go to last option using locale. Click on this one using locale. And you ask you for two things, data type and locale. Change the data type to date. Change the locale to, I just use Japanese, J. Japanese also using year Monday. I pick the country that uses year Monday. After that, click OK. And you will see dates. All the dates should be exactly the same. If I'm able to get this result for the year Monday, please type number 7. So let me go through some questions here. I said to US, but it shows, okay, manually, how it shows is depends on your computer setting and also your Excel setting as well. Okay, so this one, it depends on your computer setting. In short, it follows your computer setting, how it display. Good. So back to here. So we have done the date. Yeah. Why the date still at the back, right? So this one, can you see? The answer is yes, right? So whatever you can see, it follows computer setting. If your computer is day month year, it will follow day month year. Whatever you see on the screen is follow computer setting. Okay. Yeah, whatever you see on the screen, what is in short, no point formatting array? And formatting is for the reporting, not for the data keeping. Okay, let's do something. Formatting is for reporting purposes, usually reporting purposes. How it stores doesn't matter. Any possibility? The answer is yes. Can turn to if you want to turn this formatting to different languages, it's inside Excel, not in Power Query. For my case, okay, they will see their format. Yes, you are right. And also you have the influence on what format you want to use in Excel. Not here. Here is only keeping data. How it keeps the data as long as it's correct and accurate. That's it. The formatting, also called the makeup part of it, is inside Excel. Very good question. To turn the month, okay, can. Yeah, see. Good. Okay, now let's bring the data back to Excel. We go to home, close and load. Close and load, and wait for a while for it to load on the screen. Yes. If I'm able to see this one in your screen, please type yay in the chat. Yay. Very good, very good. Good, good, good. So this is what we have learned. So now I want to invite you to practice on project number 2, something similar like just now. So how fast or how long do you need? Susan, I did not ask you all. How long do you need to complete what you have gone through like just now? How many minutes? Please type in the chat. Project number 2. 3 minutes. Okay, any other suggestions? No suggestion. So you have 3 minutes to complete project number 2. Hey, come on. 3 minutes 30 seconds. You purposely 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Oh, okay. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So let me set the timing. 2 minutes and 50 seconds starts from now. Up to you. There are many options. Either redo, clone, or change source. You make the call. One more minute. Thirty seconds. 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, let me do it one time on project number 2. I'm using the normal way. I'm not using the fast track way. Fast track way means I clone the query and change the source. I'm not using the fast track way. I just use the mouse lah. Okay. Insert table. Okay. Change the name to table project. 2. Enter. Then go to data. From table range, then you loaded the whole thing. So as I want to practice, so I remove the change type. Then I go to the day, month, year, go to the ABC 1, 2, 3, click on that one and choose the last option. It says using locale. Then you ask us for 2 things. I change the data type to date, and the locale, it uses English, Malaysia. Or you can choose other country that uses day, month, year. Then, okay, first job is done. Secondly, go to month, day, year. Click on the ABC 1, 2, 3, using the last option, using locale. Change the data type from text to date. And also the locale change to English, United States. Then double check on the sample. It uses Monday, year. Click OK. And finally, it's year Monday. Click on the ABC 1, 2, 3 and using locale and change the data type from text to date. And the locale, I change it to Japanese. Yeah, it uses year Monday, like the sample. Click OK. Once it's done, to bring the result back to Excel, close and load, and wait for a while. And ta-da! Yes. So this is what we have done up to just now. So what you can see, what we have learned is turning the data type to the correct date. And some of you ask me, hey, Tai, if I want to do some formatting in Excel, all this thing, okay, this bonus topic, because you all ask me, and some of you PM me, private message me. I want to do some formatting, like instead of show 9/4, I want to show 0904. So this is something extra. Follow along if you want to. So I select the data until the end. I select data until the end. Right click and choose format cells. Inside format cells, and you will notice it uses the formatting that has the asterisk. Asterisk means it follows system setting. Again, it follows system setting. So that means your computer setting. If your computer is day, month, year, it will follow day, month, year. Some computer setting is a day, dash, month, dash, y. So it will follow that setting. This kind of setting is okay if you are keeping the data alone. What if you want to show that as part of the report? By relying on the system setting is just like depending on the luck. The report may not able to show a much more professional way depending on the computer it uses. So it's not useful. So we want to decide our own way of displaying. So that's the time we use custom. Click on the custom. In the custom, it has a type. Inside the type is a place for you to do some adjustment here. For the day, month, year, it has 3 parts. So we can use the symbol like this one. Let me type it on the screen. It's easier for you to see. We have a year, we have the month, we also have the day. The symbol we are going to use is depending on how many alphabet or symbol we use. For the year, it only has 2 possible combinations, either double digit or 4 digit. For the month, it could be single, double, triple, or quadruple for the month. And for the day, it has single, double, triple, or quadruple. So let's test out the format just now. You can see the samples on the top and it has a type. If I remove everything from the type, it shows number. That also means if inside Excel, the formatting is somehow it's not there, you will see the date shows as the time. The date will show as a number. So I key single Y, it will give me double digit. Look at the date here, double digit. If I key double Y, it give me double digit. Anything more than 2 Ys, it will give me 4 digit, because that is the format available. After that, no matter how many Ys I key, it will just maintain it as 4 digit. So that's Y. For the month, if I key single M, this April, so it will show single 4. If I key double M, it will give me 04. If I type triple M, it will show me the 3 alphabet, the short form for the month. If I key 4M, it will show me the full spelling. So that's the month. And for the day on the data here is number 9. If I key D, it will show me 1 digit when it's less than 10. Double D will always show me in 2 digits. Triple D will be in the short form day of the week, like Friday, Monday. Or 4D will give me the full spelling. So based on the format like just now, you can combine them to form the format you want. Presume as per the private message I received, the person wants to show double digit for the day and also for the month. So that means DD/MM/YYYY. Yeah, so it will give me 4 digits for the year, 2 digits for the day, and also for the month. So after you have done, click OK, and ta-da, job done. If you find this is very useful, type wow, give me some reassurance. Thank you, thank you. Yes, whatever thing you inside the custom, you can decide the format you want. Very, very useful. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, we have about half an hour. I'm contemplating, should I continue for the next one? It's a bit tricky. I need to go fast, or otherwise I go for the next session. Yeah, are you sure you want to follow the next one? Today, do law, confirm. Really? I will talk to myself most of the time. Yeah. Yeah, yes. Go to here, go to here. Before that, I want to do a simple announcement. Is it okay for me to have a simple announcement? This is part of my KPI as well. Yeah, thank you. Announce part. Just now we have gone through the practice time, and this is something to let you aware. So we are doing this one is also let you aware. Sometimes people talking about the training, they just label the training like basic law, intermediate law, advanced law. After advanced, sometimes people will use an expert, or sometimes they call super advanced. So these kind of things, different people may have a different interpretation. So I want to share with you, this is how I want to reshape the wording. Rather than go by the wording like basic, intermediate, advanced, I want to show by the end result. Because the bosses or the management do not need to know what formula we use lah, as long as the report is accurate, that's the result they want to have. So therefore, there is a ITOS certified Excel Sifu training. So there are 3 levels: level 1, level 2, level 3. For level 1, just want to be efficient on daily Excel works. For example, how to do some data entry, how to move the things around, and how to do some formatting, and especially the formula. The formula, the dollar sign, when to use double, when to use single. What do they mean? Sometimes people still struggle one. So this is a level 1. Level 2 is to make sure we're able to structure the data for monitoring and control. For example, boss is asking me, hey, Tai, need to monitor this one. Before certain date, you want to chase payment. Okay. Besides setting inside a calendar, I could use Excel to remind me. And sometimes, if I'm tracking the stock, I want to know which stock is fall below certain level. Rather than using our eyes to do checking manually one by one, I want to let Excel let me know whichever stock is fall below certain level if I'm using Excel. So there are a lot of things I could use Excel for tracking, monitoring, and control. So that's level 2. Level 3 is for the analysis and reporting. Sometimes boss just want to know the meaning of the report. There are a lot of thinking process behind, rather than coming out a chart with colorful photos and colorful design. There are purpose behind for each options. So they were focusing on what method we can use to summarize it and how can we present it differently. So there are 5 areas I'm going to structure them. So for there's an input, process, output, automate, and data storytelling. So it's for level 1 is a little bit small. Level 2 is a little bit wider. You can see it's leaned towards more about how to organize the data well. And level 3, you can see it's much more open. It's more areas. And in terms of difficulties, level 1 is relatively easy. Level 2 is a little bit middle, move a little bit higher. Level 3 is a little bit harder. And some of you may be questioning, hey, Tai, what is this? Rock your data with Power Query. This one is above the level 3. So that would be good, someone with knowledge about how to use lookup, how to create some chart. They will appreciate the method we have used up to just now. You can see all your questions you all ask because you have encountered that before. So therefore, you will appreciate all the methods I share. You will know the reason why. If the person has zero knowledge about reporting, they're okay along this button to click, that button to click on, they have no idea. So this one we have. And in terms of overall, the learning. Sometimes when we are organizing training, the HR, the R&D may be asking, hey, Tai, how can I group my people? So I have an assessment for them to go through. From the assessment, they will know which level the person need to go to. And in the report itself, they also have a question, each question, and also the answer the person has submitted. Based on the answer they provided, they also have a correct expected answer. So from that, they will know where the gaps are. So from the gap, they have aware, they can go through either level 1, level 2, or level 3. Then after level 3, what's next? Rock your data with Power Query. It's like this one. It's 2 full days learning. And the next one is Power Pivot. It's a younger and more powerful brother or sister of Pivot Table. If you are creating formulas to grab the data from Pivot Table, this is a natural progression you want to go to. And then the next one is using automation in Excel macro. So this one will be showing you, if you have the concept, how to use AI to create the macro, then you can copy that one into Excel and it does the Excel job for you. Yeah, so using a bit AI. After that, there will be something like Power BI. If your organization is using Power BI, this one, the public training is on the next Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, it's happening. And just for information, I rarely do public training, very rare. Usually it's in-house training. Yeah, after that, there will be certified Excel for HR. I have a book, Excel for HR. This one is not very often. I have done it once in this year. So the next year, not sure when. And then the next one is data work with AI plus Excel. Yeah, because there are some requests coming in. So I'm developing this training. Overall, all the trainings here, they are ITOR certified. That means after the training, if the company wanted to have the person to receive the ITOR certified, as the actual things, they need to go through a small assessment. The passing mark is 70 and above. If the first time the person cannot get through, right, there's second attempt. If second attempt also cannot get through, right, need to pay a small fee. Yeah, this one is something you recognize you have really put in effort to learn. Okay, and good. So this is something for you. And now I want to go to the next part. By the way, if you organize this kind of training, all the training is HRDC claimable. So I have done my announcement. Thank you for allowing me to announce this one. So now the next part is going to be a little bit tricky. So this one. How many of you have attended session number 6? Group study number 6. If you do, type number 1. If you do not or forgot, type number 0. You will see something like this one. 2 rows represent 1 record. Yes, but forgot. Thank you for honesty. So it's good refresher, good refresher. Okay, like this one. So we are talking about R and O. For those of you who have attended before, I want to invite you to participate so that you can recall better. R means rectangle. I don't want to have blank rows, blank columns, one record, one row, and also one header. What's not so right about this data? Type in the chat. And also only one. Only one means one cell, one data, one record, one row, and one header. Yeah, type in the chat. What's not so right? You could guess as well what is not so good about this kind of data. 2 line headers. Thank you. Thank you, Sriyanti. How about the rest? Data unorganized. Give me, what do you see? What do you mean by unorganized? Now file? Yes. What do you mean by that? Yeah, there. Always merge. This data has no merging though. Has no merge cells. What do you mean by raw data, Siu? Almost there, yeah, almost there. What do you mean by raw data? The cell not too wide, cannot see full address. Yeah, Adila, yes. Download from system, 2 headers, messy. The data should be 1 line. Yes, I like that one. Sriyanti, data should be 1 line. You can see data is 2 lines. 2 lines is not easy to analyze. Yes, 2 headers, very good. What else? 2 lines, 2 headers, what else? Anything? Faster. Go back to your note. If you make note. Empty row. Yes, very good. Empty row, fastly. There are empty rows here. Empty rows. Empty rows. Alignment. What do you mean by alignment? Mallory cannot say that. Sometimes because this thing happens, because the report they prepare is to get it printed on A4 paper. A4 paper is not wide enough. They want to squeeze the whole thing, so they make the data into 2 lines. But somehow, some people, they just download the data and for their analysis, it's not meant for that purpose long. I'm speaking from the insider news as a programmer. Last time I do this, I do have something like this one because my boss asked me, hey, get it printed on A4 paper, squeeze the whole thing, multiple lines, no choice. Okay, inaccurate data. Yes, you are right, Sranti. One column, the columns are not consistent, not a table form. Okay, let's go through what are the things here. First, extra lines on the top and the extra blanks at the bottom is very annoying. Okay, the one in the middle, 2 rows and one record is more than 1 row. Same goes with the header and record. Very good. Many of you manage to say it out. And sometimes when we are communicating this one, it's not raw data, not clean, not many people able to understand. When we say one record more than 1 row, they realize there are blanks, people able to see that clearly. So that's a reason why I keep on mentioning about ROCK. By knowing this, the term, even though it's not technically perfect, is able to let people to communicate much more easier. So that's my intention, yeah. Okay. Now, what to do? We don't manually change, we do this one. What do we do? First, we want to remove the top, remove the bottom, chop off. Yeah, whatever only in, then we want to add one more column to know the sequential number. Because it's 2 rows, so we know from the column, we know which one is odd, which one is even. By knowing the odd and even, we are able to combine them and we are able to move the data somewhere. Example, the odd, I move it towards the side. From the odd, you can see I want to make it as a even, as the same complete record, but here is blank, right? So I need to move the data up, so it's called fill up. From there, then I'm only keeping the odds. The even, they are not complete, I will remove them. Then what's next? The column we don't need, we remove them. And finally, we reorder the columns. So this is what we are going through later on. Where, and how? Okay, later, chotomate. So let's see the before and after. Before, this kind of report, not easy to analyze and very messy to handle. Then how to handle? The end result is something like the one here. When your data appears like this one, it's much more easier for you to do reporting. A lot of time people struggle, not because of their knowledge in Power Pivot, in Power Query or some other formulas, because of the data is very messy, like the one on the top here. So we're going through this method together, yeah? Go to your folder. There's something called finance. There's something called finance. Oh, by the way, I may overshot the timing. If you need to make your move, please make your move. If you're okay to continue, please do continue. So go to here. Inside finance, let me open the file. There is vendor list version 1, vendor list version 2, vendor list version 3. So that means I download the data at different timing, and I want to change the source whenever I need to. So let me open version 1. You see only, you don't open. Okay, if you open, remember to close. Let me open version 1. You'll notice it has a header on the top, and it has a header at the bottom. It has some footer at the bottom. 2 records, 1 row. Plus, to make the thing much more challenging, it has 2 worksheets. Central and not. Very leceh, very troublesome. Not easy. If you encounter this kind of data, do it manually. So this is version 1. Let me close it. When I go to version 2, you'll notice it has a central, not, and at the same time, it has more data as one more tab is called East. When the data changes, sometimes people have no idea what to do, and often they redo the whole thing again. So that is the things called reusability is lower. So this version 2 has 3 tabs. Let me close this file and go to version 3. Version 3, it has not only central, north, east, there's one more, it's called west. And you will notice the data is not consistent on the same number of rows. West has lesser, north has mediums, central has a little bit more. So they are not consistent throughout. Something they have in common is the header and the footer, and something also they use double rows for one record. Very messy, huh? Okay, so close this one now. And by the way, for the previous file, save it if you want to. Otherwise, you could close it without saving. So I want to redo this one again, yeah. So I'm going to open a brand new Excel file. Let's open a brand new Excel file. If you have opened a brand new Excel file, please type number 1 in the chat. Oh, by the way, for those of you, you are in the WhatsApp group, please make some noises in the WhatsApp group. Say, now is a bonus session. Okay, good. Here, I go back to my folder. Go back to my folder. Make sure you are inside the finance folder. Go to the top, the address bar. Right-click, copy address. Copy address. And by the way, I want to make sure you need to extract all files first. If you do not extract, later on you cannot continue. What does it mean by extract? Let me cover this one a little bit. If you double click on the file in the group, you will notice something like this one. Let me widen it. You will see something called compress size. If you do see this one, that means you are inside a compressed size. Later, you cannot continue. Then how? There's a button called extract all. Click on this extract all. It will ask you which folder you want to extract to. Later on, go to that folder. Okay, just double check. How many of you see compressed size on your folder now? If you do, please type me, ME. So I want to make sure you're able to follow. If you do not, please type number 0. If you don't see this one, type number 0. Just want to make sure you're on the right track. Okay, seeing none, so I can continue. Go to the finance, make sure you copy address. Then you go back to your Excel file. Go to data. Go to data. Get data from file, from Excel workbook. Click on from Excel workbook and paste whatever you have copied. Paste whatever you have copied and press enter. And you will see it shows you 3 folders, 3 files. If this time you get error, so you need to go back and extract the file. We choose vendor list version 1. Vendor list version 1. Double click. And you will see something like this inside Navigator. Type number 2 if you're able to see Navigator. Very good. As it has multiple tabs, we want to make the thing scalable in future. We click on the folder. Clicking on the folder, it means you want to export or you want to import all the tabs or worksheets. Click on that. Go to lower right corner, click transform data. Click transform data, and it brings us to Power Query Editor. Please type number 3 if you're back to Power Query Editor. Very good. Very good. Over here, you will notice it has central node, and there's something called filter database, filter database 1. We only need to keep the sheet, the define name. Let me type it here. The define name because we have turned on, let me type it. We have turned on the filter buttons. Therefore, we see something called define name with something called filter database. This is not needed, so we need to filter them out. By go to kind, click and ignore the define name, only keeping the sheet. Click OK after that. Type number 4, if you are only seeing central and not for the sheet only. Very good. Subsequently, I need to remove certain things that I don't need. Example, item, kind, hidden, and so on. I only need to keep the name and also the data. So for this one, I click on the name once and hold down Control key and click on the data. So I have selected these two columns. After selected these two columns, right click on their headers and choose remove other columns. And you will see the rest that got removed. If you find this one a bit difficult for you, you could remove the rest one by one. Okay, at the end, I only need to keep name and data. If you are able to follow up to this one, type number 5. Okay, very good. So the next one, I'm going to expand the data. Inside the data, you will see there's something called expand button with the double side arrows. Click on that one, and you will ask you how many columns you have. Currently, it's only 4. Sometimes our data may have more. It's good to click on load more. Click on load more, and you will see it gives you more. Sometimes it gives you more, sometimes it's only 4 because our data is rather small. So it's good practice to click load more. And I do not need to use original column name as prefix, not necessary. After that, click OK. And you will see the data split into 5 columns. If I'm able to get this one, please type number 6. Okay, good. There are certain header on the top. There are certain footer at the bottom. When we expand this one, it will combine multiple tabs in a single continuous column like this one. You can see the header on the top and the footer is over here. The footer is merged with another header at the bottom. So they are continuous. So over here, I cannot specifically remove the top and bottom. Something we observe over here, when there are certain column, they are null. That means the data on that row, we could safely remove. Let me know your observation. Which column, whenever it's null, is safe, we can remove and filter out. Is it column 1, column 2, column 3, or column 4? Which column? It's more than one answer, yeah? Type in the chat. Let me know your observation. Which one I can filter out? And it's safely keeping the record only. And the header and footer will be gone. Double check, yeah? Okay. Let's see column 1. And you notice not everything is null. Okay, that means whenever it's null, they will get removed. How about these two? Do we need these two in our data? Nope, we don't need. If I scroll up a little bit, do I need to have this wording, vendor listing, in our data? Nope. So column 1 is not a good option. Okay, so you can, how about column number 2? Column number 2, whenever they are null, this whole block I could remove. That is okay. If I scroll down a little bit, do some observation. Same on column number 2. Whenever it's now, I could remove all these rows. That's okay. If I scroll down further just to be sure, column number 2, whenever it's now, I could remove all these rows. Yeah, that's right. So column number 2, 3, 4, they share the similar pattern. Yep, thank you. Thank you, Wendy, Cheng Cheng, Nuru, and Wendy for responding. And Fazil for responding. So I want to recognize you all for participating. To filter, just filter law. Just filter. You can choose number 2, number 3, number 4. You can just filter out the noun. Then click OK. If you're able to filter out the noun, please type number 7. Very good. The next thing is I want to have a sequential number. Let's go back to our step just now, yeah? To use a step as a guide. I want to have the index column, the sequential number. To get the sequential number, we go to add column. Add column. There's a small reverse triangle next to index column over here. Click on that small reverse triangle, then click from 1. So that means the sequential number will start from 1, 2, 3, 4. If not, you will start from 0. I mean 0, 1, 2. So everything will be off a little bit. So we choose from 1. From 1, and you will see the index column with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Type number 8 if you're able to see this on your screen. Very good. Let's see the step here. The next one is I want to know whether it's odd or even. Okay, so now presume I want to choose only for the even, like the screen, only for the even. While the index column is highlighted, inside a column, going towards right side, there's option called information. Click on the information and you choose is even. If you like to use odd, use odd lah. Okay, so I'm using is even. Click on this one, you will add one more column with the false, true, and continue. If you're able to see this one, type number 9. Yeah, make sure you're inside the index. Information is even. Very good. Yep, you got it. Let's see. The next one is whenever it's even, I want to move the column towards right side. Okay, move towards right side. Because there are many columns here, I only choose to do the first 2. The remaining, I let you to practice. Practice on your own. So I want to know whenever it's even is true, I want to get the company. Company is falls under column 1. So I'll be choosing whenever it's even is true, I want to get the column 1 for the company. So let's see how to do this. So I just go to add column, conditional column, and you ask me the column name. Column name, I type company. Company, company, I just company will do. Just company. Column name is what is the column I want to do comparison. Is even. Column name is even. Operator equals to the value, you can type true. Uppercase, lowercase doesn't matter here in the typing true or false. The output, I'll be choosing a column. Company is false inside column number 1. If not, I just leave it blank. Okay, let's recap. Yeah? The new column is company, is even, equals to true, then choose a column and choose column 1. After that, click OK. You'll notice the company names appears on alternate rows. If you're able to see that, like the one on my screen, please type number 2. Okay, very good. So this is done. The next thing is I want to do is for the email address. Okay, let me show this one again now. The column name is even equals to true. Then in a drop down here, rather than enter a value, you choose a column, select column. In the select column, you choose column 1. Can Sufen? Then after that, okay. So this is done. So the next one is I want to get the email. Email here. Email is under column number 2. So I just continue, yeah, column number 2. Just go over here. Sufen, maybe later on you could just refer the recording. And so I go back to here, add columns, and I want to use conditional column. I'm going to add the column for email. So conditional column. This column name is called email. Column name is even equals to true. And the output is select a column. And I want to choose column number 2 because the email is inside column number 2. So that's column number 2. After that, click OK. And you'll notice company and emails, they are side by side. And above them, they are now. And if you are able to follow up to this one, please type number 3. Thank you. Okay, good. After this done, have even. The rest for the date started and credit limit, I ignore for now. That one for you to practice, yeah? So after we have done this part, the next thing is I want to fill up. Go to the company, right click on the header and choose fill up. Do the same thing on the email address as well. Right click on the header, filled up. After you have filled up for email and address, type number 4 in the chat. Yeah, right click on the header and filled up. Very good. Let's see the step. Then we only keeping the odd. That means the is even equal to false. Go back to our Power Query. Is even filter. We keeping the false and do not need the true. Because the true is partial record. And click OK. And you will notice partial of the record is on the left side and partial record is on the right side. So they are almost there. If I'm able to see something like this one, type number 5 in the chat. Very good. And we are going to remove the column that we don't need, which are the index and also is even. Just right click, remove, right click and remove. Okay. If you have removed the index and also is even, please type number 6. Yeah, the conditional column, we need to have a true, false to understand which one we want to move the data towards the side. Yeah, I hope that addressed your question, Melody. Okay, good. The next one is, this one it doesn't mention here. The next one is the header. You'll notice the header, they are not correct. They're not correct. And I cannot use the first row as header because this is not the actual header. This is data. This is data. So, and meanwhile, the rest, they are headers. So that means I cannot use first row as headers. So I need to manually adjust them one by one. Just click on the vendor ID. Copy. You can use keyboard shortcut copy. Right-click copy also can. After that, double-click on column 1. Double-click and paste whatever you have copied and press enter. Do the same thing for the rest. Name prefix, first name, and also last name. After you have done, please type number 7. Okay, good. The very first row, we don't need because this is supposedly is the header. So over here, we could use another way called remove top row. There are 2 places we could remove top row. One, we can go to home, remove rows, remove top rows. So this first option. Second option is my favorite here. Click on the small transform or mini transform button here. Click on that one, you will see a lot of options here. One of them is called remove top rows. Click on the remove top rows and it will ask you, hey, my mistake. We cannot remove top rows. Escape, cancel. And look at the data. I just make a mistake here. The vendor ID, they get repeated multiple rounds underneath. Because different tab, they also have similar header. So I remove top row doesn't work here. Then how? Look at the blue boxes. Do you see the similar things between them? Yes, they have a same name called vendor ID, name prefix, first name, last name, and so on. So that means I can choose one of them and filter out the data we don't need. So let's go to the vendor ID. Filter out the vendor ID and check the vendor ID. After that, click OK. Then you will see the data is much more cleaner. And if you're able to follow up to this one, please type number 8. Almost there. Finally, we want to change the data types. Data types here. Pop quizzes for those of you have attended previous session. How many data types? How many data types in general? How many data types? Especially for those of you who attended previous sessions. Forget. Less than 10. Good mistakes to make. Give your options. 1, 2, 3, or 4. In general, how many data types? Yes. Okay, one of you got it right. 3 data types. In general, let me explain what does that mean. Go to the vendor. You will see ABC 1, 2, 3. click on the ABC123, and you will notice list of options here. All these things, the one in the blue, they are number data type. It's just different format. The one in the orange, these are date or time. And the last one is text. Generally, these are the three data types. Binary, not very common. Not very common. True, false is whenever we are using some condition like just now. It's not common. So in general, whatever data we are working on is either number, text, date type. These are the three things. Yes, okay, good. So for the vendor ID, what is the appropriate data type for vendor ID? Is it number, text, or date type? Let me know in the chat, vendor ID. Text, very good. Then you go to the vendor ID, ABC123, make it as text. And you will notice, how about the rest of the data? Email, name, prefix, first name, last name, all these things. What is the appropriate data type for them? Text, same thing. So you change all of them to text. So the method I'm using now is a little bit simple, not very efficient. Just change them one by one. Easy means it's something easy for you to remember and use it in the future. If I'm able to change all the data type to text, please type number 9 in the chat. And final things, before we bring this data back to Excel, I want to make sure I use a generic name. What does it mean by generic name? Something I will not confuse myself when I change the data source in the future. If my name is called V1, when my data source change to V2, why confuse myself? Yes or no? The name is called V1, but the data source is V2. Why confuse myself? Yes or no? Let me type it on the screen. Name says V1, but the source is V2. Confused? Confused. Big confusion. So therefore, I want to make the name generic. Since I'm aware, I'm going to change to V2, V3, and so on. Remove the V1 and the extension. Only giving vendor list. Only leaving vendor list. So I'm going to bring this data back to Excel. Go to home. Go to home. Close and load. So let's wait for a while and it will load the data into Excel. If you see something like this on your screen, please type yay in the chat. Yay. Very good. Very good. So now my question is, if I change the data source from V1 to V2, will this work? Make a guess. If I change the source, change the source from V1 to V2. Will this work? Will this work? Yes or no? Yeah, let me know in the chat. Guess. Will this works? Okay. Maybe yes. Okay, let's do this together. You're going to be amazed. Go back to vendor list, double click. Go back to Power Query Editor. After you double click on, then you go to the top. There's something called source. Double click on the source. And you ask you to browse to your file. We click browse and choose V2. Double click on V2. and then click OK. And you'll notice it appears more sheets here. On my screen, I have 6. If you're able to see something like this one, please type number 2 in the chat. Just to double check whether the whole thing is accurate. And this step is optional. You go towards the end and click on the change type. Go to the last step, change type, and you'll notice it has a central, north, and one more is called east. If you see something like this one, please type number 3. You have 3 names here: central, north, and east. Finally, to bring this result back to Excel, go to the top, close, and load. And wait for a while for it to refresh. And yes, ta-da! Has more records. If you're able to get this result, please type yay in the chat. I also type yay. I'm so happy now. So this is how it can be done. Let me recap what we have learned just now. Yeah. We have learned. Just now we mentioned about RSM. Where does it coming from here? The whole thing, we can reuse. All the steps here, we can reuse. It's called a reusability. And whenever there are more tabs here, more tabs added, it is able to accommodate. So that's called scalability. And finally, the adjustment we need to do is only at the source, minimal adjustment. So that is called maintainability. So that brings to us the RSM. I hope this one gives you the ideas why I mentioned all these things. The purpose is to let you aware. If you're doing something like this one, your job is going to be easier and easier. Nice, huh? Okay, this is to let you know why we are learning all these things. So this is done. So this extra bonus and residual file from session number 7, group study number 6. Good. I have finished my mission. At the same time, I want to invite you to type in the chat. What is the one thing you like the most about this session? Please type in the chat. Beside the timing overshot. Yeah, type in the chat. What is one thing you like the most? Okay, let me read some of your responses. Thank you. Not sure how to pronounce your name. Eklima. Hopefully I get your name correctly. New knowledge, 2 ways communication. I may say you are a good teacher. Thank you. Easy to follow your guidance. Akilas mentioned new tips and tricks. City, good engagement with audience. Naufal, this is the first time I formally learned about Power Query. I'm very happy. I'm the first person. Yes. Shakina mentioned new knowledge, especially about Power Query. New, easy to follow your steps. Maki Sora, easy to understand. Cassandra, step-by-step guidance. Nurul Nadira, thanks for teaching. And effective learning, good teacher, easy to follow. I love it. Good engagement, always smile in front of class, even it's online, but feels like classroom. Yes, that's me. The energy from me, yes. First time, good class, happy teacher, happy students, very easy to understand, clear. Yes, we can make mistakes. I like that one. Make mistakes. Good engagement, effective learning. Yes. And for those of you who are coming back or you want to share this one with your colleagues, do let them know in the future session, I will not go through the fundamental steps. Okay. So that's the things. But if they ask me to repeat, I will either ask them to leave and watch the recording, or I'm going to ask them to watch the recording before coming here. Yeah, good. I may not be a popular teacher. Okay, good. Separate multiple. Okay, that's Aini. What is the best way to separate multiple pieces of information in a column, in individual columns? Yes, Aini, that is possible. If in terms of Excel, we can use something called, let me type it in the chat, text to columns. Or you can use some formula like text before, text after, or you can use something called text split. Or sometimes you may use a function called left, right, mid. Oh, by the way, if you have some other question you want to be used in the future session, like Madoli's question in the very beginning, I can't remember what was the question. I just remember it's a good question. Send it to me. Send it to me, so that I can compile and make it in the future sessions. And there are a few things I want to share with you in the future. Next session is how to bring multiple files, combine them together, especially by using like VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP very often. So I'm going to teach that one in the future session. I'm going to have more practices for you to learn and practice. Okay, so there's a small announcement, second announcement to complete my things. Yes, go back here. Yeah, for the next in-person public classes is happening on next Monday and Tuesday. There will be that's happening on 17 and 18. If your time is still possible to make it, reach out to Wendy. Wendy is another admin in the group as well. And if you are self-sponsor, we have a special incentive for self-sponsor. And this learning is going to be not only use Power Query, I will show you the thinking process, how to come out, why we pick this one, not the other way. And if your computer is able to use AI, I'm going to show you how you're able to use AI to create simple report for you without disclosing your data. Very interesting. And if you want to learn this one in full, drop your data with Power Query is happening in 17 and 16 is Monday and Tuesday. If you are travel from outside of KL or Klang Valley, you have a chance to have a short stay vacation on Saturday and Sunday before the learning. Yeah, so these are two public training. Yeah, hope to see you. If you are coming, let me know so that I can remember to greet you on that day. So now it's a closing. I want to invite you to turn on your camera for a quick short group photo. Yeah, turn on your camera. So let's see. Let me turn it to the whole thing. Make it as gallery. Chip, chip. Yes. Let's wait for a while for more of you able to turn on your camera. We have 75 people, 74 people. There are more and more people dropping because it's overshot the timing by 20 plus minutes. That's very, very interesting. You can see we have 404 people. Hey, who is sharing the screen? No sharing for now, temporarily. Stop. Maybe next time I will show that. Okay, so now look at your camera lens. I will take a screenshot one by one. On my screen, I have two screens. Okay, on the first screen and smile. Okay, first screen. Let me screenshot this part. And second screen. Okay, got it. Okay, very nice. Thank you for your participation. And I really happy to see all of you in the room. Yes, I'm looking forward to see you in the next session, which is happening on September. Stay tuned for the next session. Once the recording is ready, I will share in the group and also in the email. Take care, everyone, and enjoy your weekend. And bye-bye.